No niin, nyt on jo 3. päivä marraskuuta 2017. Sain nähdä, kun nyt lähden ulos, niin mitä tulee vastaan. Tuleeko ne eiliset tyypit, mitkä mä sain videolle? Ja jossa videossa mä puhuin englantia. Saas nähdä nyt sitten, miten käypi. Tuollahan on näköjään aika iso joukki jo kittäämässä ollut jo vaikka kuinka kauan tuolla ihan lähellä asuntoani. Mä oon luullut, että ne vaan muuten hilluu siellä, mutta kyllä ne on. Olen myös havainnut, että ne kyttää mun kämppää, että siellä on joku semmonen ihme joukkio lähetetty minua vakoilemaan ja vainoamaan. Kaikki on videolla nyt. Siellä edellisellä videolla. Siis tästä, jota nyt parhaillaan tallennan, niin edellinen live-video, live-elämän video siis. Siinä välissähän on sitten muita videoita. Toi Johnny Depp näytteli pääosaa elokuvassa The Ninth Gate. Elikkä suomeksi 9. portti. Ohjaus Roman Polanski, sama joka teki muuten Oliver Twistin, joka julkaistiin vuonna 2005. Oliver Twististähän on 10 versioita ja aha, nyt tulee joku vainoja tähän. Mä otan ton videolle. Ast ništo ne pravi. Ne od nego. Toi utara menee prije nego kolilon. Toi skalviva mene. Ima bandit. Bandit koji skalviva mene bez ništo. Bandit. Psykopat! Ast ne znam tuva čovjek! Ast ništo ne pravi sa tuva čovjek! Obače to samo iska obivo mene sa to je psykopat! I don't know that guy. That guy came all of a sudden. I have not done anything to that guy, but he's a psychopath who kills people as a sacrifice to Satan. Like I told you, these Bulgarians have no shame of showing their faces. I'm walking with my landlady, whose name is Petranka Kehajova. He lives in the same apartment with me. And that's another spy, probably for the KGB, along with the murderers. I bet it. I have his face also to video. He's a spy. He's in on it. Look at this guy. Look at this guy over there. I better take his face. I have his face on video right now. This goes to Interpol. This video. As you can see, people have no shame to attack me. They don't have no shame openly showing their faces because they know that if a tourist like I am, I'm a citizen of the country which name is Finland. It's located between Sweden and Russia in the northern Europe. I'm here in Bulgaria, in the city of Nesebar, at its Black Sea coast right now. A little bit walk forward and I will reach the seacoast. My name is Aarre Sakari Lehtonen. I'm 56 years old. Today is the 3rd of excuse me, I might have said it wrong, because the fall, the autumn, that is, continues pretty long here, so I sometimes mix the months. Like November feels like October, but really it's November now, November the 3rd, 2017. That guy, that killer came randomly. I had something in my defense and that's why he went away. I have something always in my pocket, but I don't tell anybody, not even in this video, what my item is. So that's why he got scared. If I didn't have that item in my pocket, he would have killed me right then and there, because that guy, as you saw, was waiting for me. He was stalking on me. He's a gang stalker, belonging to secret societies, which worship the Satan as their demonic godhead. Yeah, today is the 3rd of November 2017. As you can see, I'm here in a deep trouble. I cannot go out of this country because the Minister of Foreign Affairs does not let me. The embassy of Finland in the city of Sofia, Bulgaria, made a note verbal to Bulgaria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs already 1 year ago. They never answered it, but note verbal must be answered. It's the law of the European Union. And both Finland and Bulgaria belong to European Union, but they don't give a damn about the laws. They just capture people randomly from the streets to prisons for many years without any police interrogations and without any trial. They just keep people randomly on the streets because they are Satan worshippers. They want people to get beaten up and killed in prisons in Bulgaria. This is a satanist country, devilish country, based on secret societies like Freemasons, which rule this country. Communism as the state system has not gone anywhere from Bulgaria. The only freedom you have here is to buy Coca-Cola and Marlboro, and that's it. Everything else is still the old communism, which killed 50 million people all over the world. Read it from the book called The Black Book of Communism, written by Stephanie Courtois and others. It has 800 pages, originally published in French language, but it is translated to English and to Finnish languages as well, and many other languages. Pick it up from your local library if you don't trust my words. It's all documented that communism all over the world killed the total of 100 million people as a political system which rules many countries. And it's still in use in Bulgaria. As you can see, those killers, they don't get scared at all. They don't get scared at all because they know that the police and the prosecutors and the judges are protecting all murderers in this country. And anybody who files a police report goes himself to prison. Another spy here. KGB spy, the communist state police spy sitting in his car here. Watching me, you know. They put these spies every once in a while. So they report my whereabouts to the killers. This is a sick country. I cannot go out of this country. I would like to, but they don't let me. I have the so-called katorga, which means internal exile, which lasts for the rest of my life. Look it up from Victor Herman case Victor Herman was a citizen of the United States who went to the Soviet Union in the year 1931 when Victor Herman was 16 years old, and later on, a few years later, the KGB, the Communist State Police of the Soviet Union, arrested him for nothing, tortured him, let him be beaten up in prisons, they tried to murder him, and he had to stay within the borders of the Soviet Union for the next 40 years in an internal exile, which is called katorga in Russian language. Can you imagine this shit? And I am exactly in the same kind of situation as that Victor Herman, the United States citizen. He wrote a book about it after they finally let him go out of the Soviet Union, so that he could return to the United States, which was the country in which he was born, and he was the citizen of the United States originally. So that guy wrote a biography, autobiography or biography, I don't remember exactly, but nevertheless Hollywood made a movie about it, and guess what? They made that movie almost entirely in the country Finland, where I come from. Finland, which is in the northern Europe between Sweden and Russia. They made it to look like Russia. They succeeded because the old architecture of Finland's capital city, Helsinki, has that Russian era architectural style in many of the government buildings. So many other movie groups as well have come from Hollywood to Finland, especially in the 1970s and 1980s, to make movies in which the events take place as if in Russia, or rather the Soviet Union. Can you imagine this? So because that's because Finland used to belong to not to Soviet Union, its predecessor, Russia, Tsarist Russia, from the year 1809 until the year 1917, and Finland in this year 2017 on the 6th of December will have its 100th birthday as an independent country, because Finland reached its independence in the year 1917 on the 6th of December. So we Finns celebrate that 100th birthday of our country. But I cannot go out of this country. I have been to prison on false charges. I have proven it beyond any shadow of a doubt in my 2,343-page book called Columbus and Gospel Country Micronation, Aare Lehtonen's Book of Complaint to European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. I have served my prison sentence, which they gave me on the basis of false charges. I have served it 100% to the end in this country. I have paid all the court expenses that they required from me. For the state of Bulgaria, I have all the bank transaction receipts about it. I have all the documents proving that I have served my prison sentence 100%. Documents from the Sofia city prosecutors, from the Ministry of Interior Affairs, as well as from a prosecutor's office. I'm not sure if that was Sofia or Nesebar city prosecutor's office, because I cannot read Bulgarian. They gave those documents to me only in Cyrillic alphabets in Bulgarian language, which I cannot read or write at all. But nevertheless, I was told that, yeah, they are my liberation documents, 4 pages total. And, yeah, can you imagine this? I am here quite near to the Black Sea, which will emerge soon to this video screen. And I will show my face right now in order to prove that it's really me, Mr. Aarre Sakari Lehtonen, 56 years old guy from Finland, in the city of Nesebar, Bulgaria right now. Yeah, I'm here, and you just saw what happened. Near my apartment, somebody was spying on me, somebody was waiting for me to come out from my apartment, and he would have killed me right then and there if I didn't have this small item in my pocket, because of which he got so scared that he left the scene. But he was one of the numerous murderers that have been attacking me both inside the Bulgarian prisons and outside of it, because the KGB hires those killers to murder people so that the KGB, which is the communist state police of Bulgaria, can sacrifice people as a gift for Satan, because they are all Satan worshippers. Look it up from Roman Polanski's movie called The Ninth Gate. It was released in the year 1999, starring Johnny Depp. So I have a clip of that movie in my YouTube channel called The Invisible Man from Finland, showing how they worship the Satan in their secret society gatherings. It's all true, and all those participants in those secret society gatherings are consisting of police officers, prosecutors and judges, and members of the parliament who dress up in Ku Klux Klan styled hoods and robes. The only difference is that they are wearing black hoods and robes, all right? So it's very serious. There's no security in this country because all the police officers of Bulgaria, all the prosecutors of Bulgaria, and all the judges of Bulgaria, and all the members of the parliament in Bulgaria are belonging to those secret murder groups which order the assassins to kill people as a sacrifice to Satan, which they worship in their secret society rituals. Look it up from that movie clip. You can see with your own eyes. It's all real. Even though that movie is fictitious, but nevertheless it's all real. I know it. So that's why you can never file a police complaint or a complaint about the police in this country, because they will arrest you and kill you in this KGB communist Bulgaria. Oh, I hate that system. But I cannot do anything. I'm not a violent guy at all. But the KGB orders those killers to come at me and murder me as a sacrifice to Satan. And also that I would not be able to go to the state of France, to the city of Strasbourg in there to file my complaint, my book of complaint to European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. That's why they want to kill me, you know. Not to expose the crimes of the KGB which they committed against me. They seriously tried to murder me in Bulgarian prisons on purpose. They hired those muggers and killers to attack me, and I survived, which is a miracle. I survived Bulgarian prisons, but they don't let me out of this country nevertheless. Because if I try to go out of this country, Bulgaria, they will arrest me at the border with new false charges based on some photographs of tied-up boys, kidnapped boys, which I have allegedly kidnapped, which I have not. But they fake the photos, they use look-alike actors. They stage the photos to frame me to look like guilty of crimes which I never committed. This is Bulgaria's KGB. Mr. L. Tulev, T-U, spelled like T-U-L-E-V, is behind all this with his skinhead boss, which looks exactly like the movie director, which name is Uwe Boll, spelled like U-W-E-B-O-L-L, a German movie director living currently in Vancouver, Canada. He made a movie trilogy, which name is rampage. And this Uwe Boll, which has, of course, that guy has, excuse me, I gotta speak to this camera, at this side of the camera because of the wind. Because I don't want that, the sound of the wind will omit my words. Alright, that Uwe Boll has nothing to do with that KGB boss in the Sofia city KGB headquarters near the international airport. But I saw him, and I saw also his employee, whose name is L. Tulev, because he arrested me. He arrested me for 1 day. He arrested me for 1 day. In the month of March 2012, to that very same KGB headquarters over nothing. He arrested me because I wanted to report criminals who were attacking me. He said to me, we are not interested in that. Can you imagine? The police is not interested in the criminals. So it means that those KGB police officers themselves have hired criminals. Otherwise they would not act like that. So that L. Tulev, that Mr. L. Tulev is a lookalike of Mr. Teemu Selänne's sons, adult sons. I have released a lookalike photo in my huge book in its first part. My book has actually 3 parts. You can read all the 3 parts online, because I have released the links to those, all 3 parts of the book, in my YouTube channel. There are links to my book in that description section. So in the first portion of my book I have released the lookalike photo of that Mr. L. Tulev, as well as his boss, which is that German movie director Uwe Boll's lookalike doppelganger. So I don't know the name of the boss of Mr. L. Tulev, but I have released the lookalike photo, so if I am getting murdered, then Interpol can start searching if those 2 guys are guilty of ordering my murder, ordering some assassins to kill me. So they will go to prison for the rest of their lives. I mean, those 2 KGB officers in the KGB headquarters, in the KGB headquarters in the city of Sofia, Bulgaria. But those 2 guys afterwards, in the same year, 2012, on the 11th of July, they ordered my arrest to prison without any trial and without any police interrogations for 1 year and 5 months. On the basis of faked photos, false evidence, that is. I have explained, I have all the photos. In comparison to other photos, everybody can see that they staged and framed me to be guilty of crimes which I never actually committed. So they are criminals. They should go to prison for the rest of their lives because of these murder attempts that they order criminals, other criminals, to carry out against me. So this is a very serious situation I'm in, because I cannot go out of this country. They don't let me. If I try to cross the border, they have arranged some new false charges waiting for me in the database of Bulgaria's law enforcement, and on the basis of that information they would just arrest me to prison again, and next time probably for 10 or 20 years without a trial, without any police interrogations. All this bullshit based on false evidence, which is a crime. It's a crime to falsify the evidence, like Finland's Penal Code, chapter number 15, very heavily criminalizes the falsifying of evidence and lying to the police and to the prosecutor and to the judge. They are all very serious crimes. Aggravated forms of those crimes can result in 6 years in prison. And Finland, as well as Bulgaria, both belong to European Union, and these same kind of legislations are in power everywhere, even in Bulgaria, but they don't give a damn about it. But let's see if I manage to go to European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg with my huge 2,343-page book, then I will subpoena them all, I will indict them all, I will just sue them all to be punished in that European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg, to get lifetime in prison because of the attempted murders, because of the murder attempts that they have carried out against me. And you know something, in Finland's Penal Code, chapter number 5, it says that anybody who anybody who lures, tempts, or pays, or hires, or otherwise gets somebody else to commit a crime, also that guy who lures, tempts, hires, or pays is as guilty to that crime as the guy who actually carries out the crime on the practical level in the real life. So anybody who orders criminals to commit a crime, that guy is as guilty as the guy who actually carries out the actual crime. So it's all in European Union laws as well. But they don't give a damn about it. They think they can get away with it, but they cannot. I guarantee that. KGB is a murder organization, nothing but that. Satan worshipping organization. Nothing but that. And they call themselves police officers who protect and serve the people. That's bullshit. The only thing they do is kill people as sacrifice to Satan, to get a lot of money in return. They think that the Satan is rewarding those Satan worshippers in the KGB with a lot of money and wine and vodka and other forms of alcohol and narcotics and future contract killings. I'm telling you, those guys are dangerous criminals in the KGB of Bulgaria, as well as in many other countries which still have this KGB. You know, never come to Eastern European countries if you want to stay alive. They will just kidnap you from the streets like a stray dog and keep you in some worn-out prison building for many years without any trial, without any police interrogations, and they just extort and blackmail your all money so that you finally pay to the lawyer which they appoint to you, so that you can get a temporary release, but that it's only temporary. They will sentence you to prison anyway on the basis of false charges, and if you survive the Bulgarian prisons, all its King Kongs and zombies and other monsters which the KGB has hired to attack you and kill you in prisons, if you survive, like I was lucky to survive, afterwards they don't let you out of Bulgaria for the rest of your life, because they still hire more killers to attack you and kill you outside of prison. If you try to go out of Bulgaria, they will arrest you at the border again on the basis of some false charges. And this is Bulgaria, a hell on earth. This is a hell on earth ruled by the KGB. Boyko Borisov, the Prime Minister of Bulgaria, used to be the chief of the entire KGB. So now he is Prime Minister. Can you imagine? Look it up from the... Yeah, look it up from an official book, which name is The Black Book of Communism. Then you can see with your own eyes, with released evidence which is released in that book, that what the KGB has done to 100 million people all over the world since the dawn of communism. It has not gone anywhere. This KGB is still ruling here in Eastern European countries, which are based on Dracula and Satan worshipping. They have a lot of these secret societies in which the police officers and prosecutors and judges worship the Satan and they all order criminals to kill people as a gift, as a sacrifice to Satan. So this Orthodox Christianity is just a front, is just a staged, faked front, when in reality they worship the Satan and kill people for it. So I have spoken. Can you imagine this bullshit going on in this country? I cannot go out of this country because they don't let me. Mr. L. Tulev and his Uwe Boll lookalike boss have written out of their own imagination new false charges against me, which await for me at any Bulgarian border crossing, passport control checkpoint. My name will emerge from the database of Bulgaria's law enforcement, even though I'm not a wanted man right now. But they have as if saved that false charge to wait for me or at all the Bulgaria's passport control checkpoints, all over Bulgaria's borders. This is what they have done. Because I tried to go out of Bulgaria on the 28th of November 2015. A Sofia prosecutor promised me that I'm free to go, and my court-appointed lawyer told me that of course you can go, Mr. Aare Lehtonen, anywhere you want out of Bulgaria. Go ahead. And I trusted their words. I had bought an airplane ticket en route Sofia, Istanbul, Helsinki, Finland, and there emerged at passport control checkpoint at Sofia City International Airport, passport control checkpoint, my name from their database, that if Mr. Aare Lehtonen, which is me, comes at any Bulgarian border, he should be immediately arrested and transported to prison, which they actually did. I stayed in Sofia Central Prison for 3 days because of the illegal border crossing attempt, although the prosecutor had promised that I can go out. And my court-appointed lawyer told me that. So they both lied at my face. It makes them criminals. They made a setup for me. It was a trap. It was a trap meant to kill me, because I was beaten up very severely for 3 days continually in Sofia Central Prison. As soon as I arrived in there, when I was transported there from Sofia City International Airport, they started beating me up. Both the prison guards in their uniforms, as well as the other inmates of that prison. And you know something, even the prison guards invited and ordered other prisoners to attack me and kill me. I couldn't walk for a month afterwards when they finally released me after 3 days. At the end of November 2015, my body was mutilated badly. So, can you imagine this country, Bulgaria, based on lies, based on all kinds of criminal activities like prostitution, alcohol, narcotics, and contract killings, nothing but that. So, if I try to go out of Bulgaria again, they might do just the same thing to me again. Arrest me from any border passport control checkpoint, back to prison to be beaten up in there and killed, just like last time and the previous time from that. I spent 1 year and 8 months in Bulgarian prisons in total, and I was beaten up without that I had provoked anybody to do that at all. I did not provoke anybody. On the contrary, I wanted to keep quiet and stay alone. In spite of that fact, prison guards and other inmates came to me and started beating me up severely every day. Hundreds of times in total I was beaten up. Seriously. And I was a target of several murder attempts as well. So this is the work of the KGB in this country, which is a Satan-worshipping institution. Look it up from Roman Polanski's movie, which name is The Ninth Gate. It was released in the year 1999, starring Johnny Depp, D-E-P-P. His last name is spelled. The same guy who also played in the movie series called The Pirate of the Caribbean. The main role in that movie series, all right? So that Roman Polanski movie, directed by Roman Polanski, is worth watching. I have a clip taken from that movie in my YouTube channel, in which the KGB worships the Satan dressed up like in Ku Klux Klan style hoods and robes. And this guy, whose movie name is Boris Balkan, puts an end to that satanic group in that fictitious movie, that is. Alright, look it up. I highly recommend that you watch that movie clip. It's only about 4-minute long video clip. So it doesn't take much of your time, but there is a lot in a nutshell in that small video clip. It tells it all. It tells it all. It shows openly how these secret societies, secret murder groups of Bulgaria run by the KGB are operating. You can see with your own eyes. There's no doubt about it anymore, because I have been the victim of this kind of activity for the past 5 years already. They did not let me alone, not even outside of prison. They hire contract killers to attack me every day now. Within just a few days, this is the fourth attack already today, on the 3rd of November 2017. People attack me over nothing. It could be understandable if I had done something bad, because of that reason they would attack me. But because I have not done anything to anybody, they just can't. Those killers, they come out of nowhere to attack me. So it means that they have been hired by the KGB. There's no other explanation. Somebody pays money for those guys, for this kind of criminal activity, to try to kill me. So the name of that KGB officer is Mr. L. Tulev. L. Tulev. L is the first letter of his first name. I'm not sure if that is even his real name, but he looks exactly like one of Mr. Teemu Selänne's adult sons. Teemu Selänne is a ice hockey player. He used to be. He's retired, I suppose. But he used to be a very successful ice hockey player in my country, Finland. So one of his adult sons' face photo I have released as a lookalike of Mr. L. Tulev. And remember that German movie director Uwe Boll, spelled like U-W-E-B-O-L-L. He lives in Canada, Vancouver, currently, but he has made and he has directed 3 movies, which names are Rampage 1, 2, and 3. And in Rampage 2, spelled like R-A-M-P-A-G-E, Rampage 2, Capital Punishment, this Uwe Boll himself, the director of this movie, plays a role of a television producer in his own movie. So he has a written role to play. he's an actor as well. So you can see the complete lookalike of Mr. L. Tulev's boss in the KGB headquarters in the city of Sofia, Bulgaria, is that Uwe Boll. He's a complete lookalike. So in case something bad happens to me, if I get beaten up or killed in this country, Bulgaria, because they don't let me out of this country, then the Interpol can find out who are those guys, because they are exact lookalikes. Look up their lookalike face photos from my Book of Complaint to European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg, from its first part, which has 930 pages. The second part has 1,180 pages, and the third part has 194 pages. Alright. All those 3 parts of my book I have released on the internet. Links to my books, or to those 3 parts of my book, you can find out from my YouTube channel. Look it up if you're interested. In any case, Interpol can get all this important information from my book if something bad happens to me in this country, Bulgaria. I cannot get out of this country because Mr. L. Tulev and his Uwe Boll lookalike boss don't let me. There are new false charges waiting for me at the Bulgarian passport control checkpoints. If I went there, they would arrest me again next time for 10 or 20 years, again without any trial, without any police interrogations. Because the KGB is a sadist institution. It does nothing but murder people. Nothing but that. Again, this criminal is here. A criminal who tried to kill me. He came again. I have his face on video. I have his face on video. I have his face on video. That KGB guy who works for the KGB just came again. As you saw, it was clearly seen in this video just 10-20 seconds ago. I don't know that guy. I have never spoken a word to that guy. I have not done anything to that guy. So the only motive why he's attacking me is that he works for the KGB. He is a guy hired by Mr. L. Tulev and his Uwe Boll lookalike boss in the KGB headquarters in the city of Sofia, Bulgaria, in southeastern Europe. All right? I know I'm right. L. Tulev and his Uwe Boll lookalike boss run a secret murder group, secret society, just like it can be seen in that Roman Polanski's movie clip from the year 1999. Look it up from my channel. It's like a documentary film about that movie, which name is The Ninth Gate, directed by Roman Polanski, is just like a documentary film about what's going on in Bulgaria in 2017. Look it up. Oh, Satan worshippers, devils. Yeah. Mark my words. If I go back to my apartment from that direction, there's somebody again waiting for me to kill me. Ordered by L. Tulev and his Uwe Boll lookalike boss. They are contract killers who order other people to kill other people. They are criminals. They should be locked up for the rest of their lives in prison on the basis of the sentence which they will get in the International Crime Tribunal in the city of Hague in the country Holland, which is also called Netherlands. You know, I got all on video. It's all YouTube and Interpol. I have filed already a lot of reports to the international police, also called Interpol. I have video evidence about faces of those criminals and everything I have. They will find them out. And they will go to prison for the rest of their lives because of the attempted murders targeted at me. Yeah. All right. Mr. L. Tulev and his Uwe Boll lookalike boss will go to prison for the rest of their lives because of the several murder attempts that they have ordered to be carried out against me. That's for sure. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. If they kill me first, then everything can be... I mean, Interpol can find out everything from my huge book called Columbus and Gospel Country Micronation. Aare Lehtonen's Book of Complaint to European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. Everything will be exposed. Those guys, those criminals in the KGB headquarters in the city of Sofia, near Sofia International Airport. International Airport, you know. They think that they can get away with this all, but they cannot. They just imagine so. They just imagine so. So you saw that guy with a bicycle. He was obviously stalking on me, spying on me. So I'm in great danger in this country. I'm in great danger in this country. This is my small apartment in the city of Nesebar, Bulgaria. Dobre, ciao. So I am in great danger, and Mr. L. Tulev and his Uwe Boll lookalike boss have put me into this serious situation because they don't let me out of this country. They have filed new false reports to all Bulgaria's border crossing checkpoints, to the database information. Bullshit stories about me again, just like last time. Last time they threw me to prison for 1 year and 5 months without police interrogations, without trial, and finally when I was released from prison, they arranged me a fake trial, which gave me 1 year and 8 months, so I still had to go to prison, back to prison for 3 extra months. But I have been out of prison for more than a year by now, and I have served my prison sentence, which was based on false charges. I have served it 100%. So anybody who thinks that I'm hallucinating about things, just look up my videos, check out my videos in which I have managed to capture the faces of those KGB hired criminals red-handed. They have approached me, attacked me, so I have evidence. I'm not hallucinating, I'm talking reality here. So anybody who claims that I should be locked up in a psychiatric hospital because I'm hallucinating things and imagining things which do not exist, those false informants should themselves be locked up in a psychiatric hospital because they file false reports about me to the police and to the psychiatrists continually. I'm not crazy, you know, I'm not crazy. Why would I just make this all up? What would I gain? How would I benefit from it? There's no benefit. So what I want to emphasize here, that everything happens for real. I'm not a psychotic person who just imagines things out of his imagination. This is not the case. Those criminals are real, 100% real. So if you continue filing false police reports about me and false reports about me to the psychiatrists, you yourselves, you false informants, will end up in prison or in psychiatric institution. Because it's a crime to talk bullshit to law enforcement or to the healthcare institutions about other people. It's a serious crime. If you don't understand that, you should be more acquainted with the law. Okay, I will now stop recording.